evening, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how's it going, man?
I can't complain. Things are okay. Had a really good week for wrestling.
Absolutely.
Um, Hopefully a really good night. Hopefully a good weekend coming up as well. So,
Excuse me. I went to take a sip of water and I went down the wrong pipe. Yeah.
I love when that happens.
Oh God. It's been a crazy week. I had fun last weekend for my birthday weekend. I went to wrestling on Friday and Saturday. Saturday, I had a couple alcoholic beverages and got fucking sunburned where I look like a lobster because I kind of didn't realize it until I got in my car.
Oh boy.
You know, one of those deals where you're out all day and it doesn't hit you till you go home. And I wore a dark shirt. So when you wear dark color shirts, it goes right through you.
Does it?
Yeah, so I got from the middle of my back all the way up my shoulders, my neck, and my face got all burnt.
That's not good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was enough to be annoying.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then today, my mom just got her very first smartphone, so that's been an adventure trying to show her how to do things.
Oh yeah, but you're a good son, so.
It's because my phone that I have like that is just a burner phone.
Yeah.
And she was asking me, well, how do I make phone calls or how do I do this? I was like, you got to figure it out. I don't use mine for phone calls.
That's funny.
Because I really don't. I really use it more so for just pictures and video and shit like that.
Yeah. No, it's a good usage, for it. People forget you can use it as just like a device that's not connected to the internet.
No, I don't use it. I don't use it at all. I'll go, you go to hotspots or when I'm at home, and then I just upload shit to Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, see, I don't know how often you carry it on you. That's why, if I see you've been gone for a couple hours, I just ignore you. I just wait to see you back online.
Yeah, no, because I don't have Facebook on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes I have a bad habit of just leaving the house and forgetting to log off of Facebook.
Oh?
Or I'll completely forget that I'm online and I'll just leave and go do stuff. And then I'll come home, I'm like, shit, I forgot to log out of this.
Well, if you have it on your phone, I'm pretty sure you could remotely log out.
Yeah, that's possible. Alright, before we get rolling with the news and all that jazz, don't forget to check out our social media stuff. You can find it at facebook.com/American Sports Connection or on Twitter at ASC Pods, Instagrams at American Sports Connection. If you want to check out our entire catalog, you can find it on B Plus Player Radio. Best way to find it is on Twitter at B Plus Radio. And lastly, don't forget to check out our sponsors over at the Squared Circle Magazine Weekly. You can find them on Twitter at TSCM Weekly. Use promo code ASCPOD and you can get 10% off your order. Alright, the latest news that I've heard today, and I guess I'm one of the few that have, because even Clark and Boone didn't hear about it, was Ring of Honor is apparently planning to run Supercard of Honor in the Garden the night before WrestleMania, which would make it go head-to-head with NXT Takeover.
Interesting.
I'm intrigued. Like I told you off air, if they're going to run the Garden, which means the bigger arena, which holds what, like 20,000, Rye?
Yeah, high 19,000. High 19 too. Yeah.
Or are they going to run the smaller venue, which could probably hold what, about 10?
I'm not sure, but yeah, it's the theater. I believe it's the theater. It's more of a boxing venue.
Yeah. I would think they would try to run that one as opposed to the big one, because they this past year at Mania ran Supercard of Honor. I don't remember the building, but it was like outside of New Orleans, and they sold it out. It was either 5 or 6,000 they got, which was like their biggest crowd ever.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was thinking they would potentially do the smaller venue, unless they're going to bring like a bunch of New Japan guys in, or they're going to run All In 2 that weekend during Mania weekend, which could be very interesting with Cody.
Well, the price to rent out Madison Square Garden is like $200,000.
Woo!
I'm pretty sure I just read that. It's up there.
I figured, because it's more about name recognition at this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's also the location. They've also just spent $1 billion on upgrading the facility, so yeah. It took forever because of where Madison Square Garden is located. Because traffic there is ridiculous. So to get stuff in and out of there takes forever.
Welcome to New York.
Yeah, they spent $1 billion, but now the thing is their contract for the site that they're in is up, or it's going to be up in like the next 10 years. And I think the city owns it, and they don't want to renew the lease. So in essence, Madison Square Garden is going to have to move, because they want to redo the railroad underneath it, and they can't do it the way,
the way everything's configured.
Yeah, so they may need to take down the building known as Madison Square Garden, and it may need to be moved.
That would be interesting to see how you would be able to do that.
I have no idea.
I just mean that sounds interesting.
Yeah, no, I mean, I heard that. I started hearing that right after these $1 billion upgrades were done.
Lance is saying, Rye, that MSG holds 18, so for wrestling with the floor, you would think like 19.5.
Yeah, I believe with boxing, it's about 19.5 to 2,000, depending on how it's set up. But yeah.
Now here's a question. You probably would know this more than I would, since you're a New Yorker. Other than WWE running house shows or the Knicks and the Rangers playing there, who else really goes there now? Like, do they have other events?
Well, concerts all the time.
Okay.
They do have musical concerts that are in the
yes,
big
I
venue.
wasn't sure.
Yeah. I mean, like the circus, when the circus is there.
Okay. I was just curious because I didn't know.
But I don't know if that was moved.
All right. Because I wasn't sure if it was like not just a WWE thing where like everyone was going to Barclays.
I mean, Barclays is a much cheaper option.
So you're saying like the Garden is kind of pricing themselves out?
Well, it's a much more expensive venue.
Okay, I was just wondering. I'm curious, as time goes on, to see what happens with Ring of Honor, because I want to see them succeed and, have a kick-ass show there.
Well, what people don't realize is how much money is behind Ring of Honor. Like, far, far, far more than WWE.
Yeah, because I don't think people realize that Sinclair Broadcasting owns Ring of Honor.
Yeah, and that's a huge broadcasting company.
Yeah, like that's I think it's one of the top 5 like media companies in the country.
Yeah, Sinclair's up there.
Lance is laughing. He said it's New York. A hot dog probably costs $10.
It depends where, but yeah.
That seems fair. I mean, for God's sakes, just to go to your wedding from where I live cost me like $60 in tolls and fuel.
Yeah, fucking tolls are ridiculous. Like, there's no justification for the price of tolls.
Well, no, especially up there.
Yeah, no, everything has a fucking toll. Toll in, toll out. What the fuck? Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, it's brutal, dude. Now we could get to Dominion. For those that haven't seen it, we'll get into it a little bit. What did you think of Dominion as a whole?
I saw the last 2 in detail. The other matches, I haven't had the time to sit down and really enjoy them.
Yeah, I kind of skimmed.
All around, I mean, like, there was nothing bad on the card. But what really had my attention was the Jericho, Naito, and the Omega and Okada. And I thought both were done absolutely perfect. Yeah, it was a new side of Jericho, something we've really never seen before.
Yeah, well, and he did the whole, like, Clockwork Orange kind of thing, which was really cool.
Yeah. And he was just out there, and he was, like, super violent. Like, you know, that's not the Jericho we know.
No, that was, like, super crazy heel Jericho. I don't think we've ever seen that, and I loved it personally.
Well, apparently so did most of the fans. They were cheering him and booing the shit out of Naito.
Well, you see, like, every time he tries to get them to dislike him, they cheer.
Well, apparently it was because of where they are, and they fucking hate Naito there for whatever reason.
That's weird.
Yeah. Osaka. They hate Naito in Osaka.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I forgot who I heard say that recently.
That's just intriguing to me, but I liked it that Jericho won in a heelish way.
Yeah, surprised. I was very surprised with that.
Me too. I never would have thought in a million years that he would have won a title over there.
Not after 2 matches in the last 20 years, no.
And he's almost, in a way, kind of going to Brock Lesnar the belt.
Well, did you hear why he's not doing the American shows?
Yes.
So, I mean, I can't say that I fault him.
Yeah, no, for those that don't know what Ryan's talking about, Jericho said he wouldn't do any U.S. shows out of respect for Vince.
Yes. So, you know, I mean, like, they have other shows. It's just, you know, these are the big ones. So, I mean, like, who knows when he shows up next? But
right,
they have a new...
he said, I can't remember the interview people that he did it with, but he said they asked him to work the show in San Francisco at the Cow Palace. He said no. They asked him to work All In. He said no. And I think there was a third one he said they asked him to work and he said no.
Yeah, the 2 California shows that
yes.
that New Japan's gonna have.
Right. However, like I messaged someone else this the other day. They said, but can you really trust Jericho? He likes to troll the fans. And I said, that's a very valid point, too.
I don't know, though, because he was talking about being loyal to Vince. I don't think he would, like, lie about that.
That's true. I did find interesting with that interview that he's basically was like, I'm just trying to get more or less a big payday now.
Well, yeah, he knows what he's worth.
Yeah, because I'm sure he's getting six figures to come every time.
Yeah, I think that's what he said in that interview.
That sounds about right. Now, what did you think about the main event with the 2 out of 3 falls with Kenny and Okada?
I really think it was the best wrestling match I've ever seen or ever will see.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone's going to be able to top that.
I mean, it was a perfect conclusion to the perfect story that's been going on now for a year and a half.
And it was basically a slow build the whole way. You know what I mean? Like, really good storytelling.
Even when Omega beat Okada last year, I believe it was at Dominion. No.
It was at the G1.
It was at the G1. Okada was selling a neck injury that he had gotten like the day before, so it was still like Omega beat him, but was it because he was injured?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like their entire story has just been fucking amazing.
And you see that they're eventually going to lead up to Cody turning on him and setting up him and Cody at some point.
Oh, absolutely. But, bro, they have a couple of those shots. I thought they were going to fucking kill each other. Like, this is fucking crazy.
They're laying them in, as they say.
Them fucking V-trigger knees, bro.
Woo!
There are some of them that I've seen him do to people, and I'm like, how, like they real, like that looks real, like that looks like they really just crumpled up.
Yeah, well, it's like the video. Not to change the subject, like the video I sent you of Walter chopping the shit out of Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I don't know. I got something stuck in my fucking throat.
That was just like vicious, like. And the way he sold it was so good where it was like he was just like dead.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that was selling and how much of it was
well, I mean,
he's wanted to die.
Well, I mean, look at PCO. What happened to his chest after he wrestled Walter? You saw that picture, right?
Yeah, that was fucking gross.
Oh my god. That dude is a maniac.
He is indeed.
I still talk to him on the regular. I'll send him a message, you know, like here and there, just to touch base with him. He's a super nice guy.
That's cool. I'm happy.
Yeah, but that's the one thing I always think of is that match he had with Walter where he just, oh my god, those were just awful chops.
Yeah, that's what the name of that should be. Awful chops.
Yeah. I thought Keith Lee's was bad. You know the one when he does like the double chop?
Yeah.
But no, that's worse. After I saw that shit. Ugh. But I gotta tell you, with Dominion, I'm happy for Kenny. They finally gave him the ball, basically.
Yep.
I heard a video, not a video, excuse me, I think it was on Impact's conference call. Kevin was on it. And he was talking about how he's like so happy for Kenny because he kind of like helped him.
Was that an Impact or was that one of the podcasts that's on this network? I think it was the Lucha Insiders. Or no, that's somebody else. I don't know. I think I saw it through.
I saw it through the High Spots.
Oh, okay.
I saw it through theirs, but they have the whole like interview is on their website, and it's like Impact's conference call, and Kevin's on it.
Oh, cool.
And he was just, and you would know this more than I would. He said that basically Kenny was getting ready to quit, like work a normal job, and he got him a couple bookings in Jersey back in like 06.
06.
And it kind of like, you know, snowballed from there, because he was shit. It's one company that's still running. He was like their heavyweight champion for a while in Jersey.
A word?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name. Anyway, but he that's like where he kind of started, you know, getting back out there, and like one thing led to another, to another, to another, and that's, you know, kind of like where it all started. And Kevin said he was just so happy for him after, you know, helping him out. So it's crazy, like, to see how far you could come, and, you know, if you bust your ass and shit like that.
Yeah, if you work hard.
Yeah. And if you don't know who I'm referring to when I say Kevin, I mean KM on Impact Wrestling. For those that don't know. Speaking of which, I love the Falaba stuff. Like, they get better every week.
Yeah, no, I agree. That shit's so funny.
I'm going to see Fala tomorrow. I'm going to tell him, like, dude, those things are fucking hysterical.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's really cool. Where do you think they go with Omega after this? Like, I know the plan is to be with Cody at some point. Do you think they have like a buffer guy in between that?
I don't know. I think they're gonna have to, right?
I would think, because in my opinion, I don't know if they can hold it off this long, but that they would have that match in New York City.
That could work.
I think that would really sell some tickets.
But haven't they gone one-on-one already?
Yeah, at last Mania. The night before. Or unless, the only other thing I could think is that they're going to bring in a lot of New Japan guys for that show at the Garden.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, apparently Hunter said that at some point he could see there being a possibility of a working relationship with New Japan.
Wouldn't that be something?
That really would be.
I don't know. I just can't see it with Vince.
That would be fucking amazing.
Oh my god, dude. Like, I hate to sound like a nerd boy, but that would be very exciting.
That would be, yeah, that would be fucking great.
No, I agree with you. All right, apparently, after Dr. Amon, I think is how you say it, lost his court battle with CM Punk, apparently things have gotten a little worse for him, because due to the CM Punk, trial and everything, all this information came out that he was having a relationship with Jillian Hall, who was on the Raw roster at the time, while he was medically responsible for everybody on that brand.
Yeah, so basically he's in an ethics violation of not being in a relationship with a patient, which he was.
Because, I mean, normally you don't, you could be whatever person you want to, but if you're, medically responsible for them, that's a big no-no.
Yeah, if you're their doctor, no.
And he could probably, and he probably will, lose his license over it.
It's a very good chance.
And I think WWE is going to cut him loose sooner than later because it's bad press for them.
It's already bad press because he just lost that lawsuit, which basically, in the eyes of some people, well, if he lost, that means everything that CM Punk said is right.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, he did that happened and then this on top of it, so I don't think he's going to be there much longer.
I mean, how many people do you really think were affected by his workload? I mean, like how much his workload was really affected by this for him to have to sue?
Slim to none.
Now he may lose his license.
Yeah, that, and he's got to pay all of Punk and Cabana's legal fees.
Yep.
Which is, I would assume, in the millions.
No. $10,000-$20,000. I don't think it's in the millions.
It won't probably come out, but I'd be curious to know what that figure is, just for curiosity's sake. Speaking of Punk, we got to talk about his fight on Saturday.
Oh man, that poor guy got his ass beaten. Like, yeah, I don't know what else to say.
It was sad to watch.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I know a lot of people like, oh, why are you gonna give him props and stuff like that? Look, he went out there and got his ass kicked. Is that something really to celebrate? Not really. But the guy went out there. He was gifted an opportunity to do something, to make a lot of money doing it. And he didn't quit. He was getting his ass beaten, and he could have quit. He was in there with somebody much better than him. I think it was very obvious very quickly.
Absolutely. And I told you this off air. The guy that he fought almost was playing with him like a cat would play with a mouse.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, he was just having fun with him. And you heard what Dana White said after the fight. He was not happy about it.
No, Dana White said that as far as he's concerned, the guy's 0-2 in the UFC. And since to go back to doing whatever he was doing before he got there.
Yeah, and what I understand, they just officially cut bait with him today.
Oh, there you go.
And he's come out and Dana White also come out and said that he thinks that, you know, Punk should try something else because this isn't working.
It's the truth. He made that clear. It was a long enough fight for us to see, like, okay, he is not getting better. Because it's been like a year and a half since the fight. Plus, he had a year and a half that he was training.
Yeah, so it's been over 2 years.
Well, it's been like 4 or 5 years total, because by the time he didn't start training when he announced. He was already training for like a year or two before they announced that he was going to fight. Then it was like 2 years waiting for that first fight. And then it's been a year and a half since.
Yeah, he just doesn't have it.
No.
All right, Ryan Lance is saying that Punk has to sue Amon to get the fees paid for, and he said that he probably would not do that.
What do you mean?
Lance is saying that Punk has to sue Amon to get the fees, and Punk said that he probably won't.
Oh, that's news to me, because I thought that was in the settlement, was that...
Yeah, I thought so too. But that's interesting to me. But either way, I think Punk's done with MMA.
I think he's just going to go fade away and have a normal life. I think he fucking deserves it.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, you probably might see him pop up somewhere here and there, but, you know, few and far between. Because we had talked about it before. He's doing the the signing at the Pro Wrestling Tees store the night before All In, so that raised some eyebrows. So, I don't know. I mean, you're probably right, though. He'll probably just kind of walk off into the sunset and enjoy his life with his wife.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's absolutely deserved it.
Yeah, like Lance just said, he got $500,000 to get his ass kicked for 15 minutes. He's good for money for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't agree more with that. Did you hear the news about Charlotte that she's going to be out for a while, that she's getting, I think it's right after Money in the Bank, she's going to get surgery?
Yeah, to go fix her the breast implant that popped.
Yeah. So it sounds like she's going to miss Extreme Rules, but she'll be back for SummerSlam.
Okay. I don't think it should be missed at this point.
No, she's in the Money in the Bank, right?
No.
Huh.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I was going to say, well, you can cross her off the list then of winning the briefcase.
Why?
I didn't think she was going to win it anyway.
Well, I don't think so either, but, yeah, I mean, Edge was out like 8 months.
Was it that long?
It was quite a while for the first one. He was hurt and then came back.
Yeah, it's been that. What year was that?
You know, I should know because I watched like the first 6 Money in the Bank and the cash-ins today because they have that on the network, and I can't tell you.
I'm gonna Google it because it might have been the time when I wasn't watching. Because there was like a good 3 or 4 years, about like 4 years that I didn't watch. I'm looking it up right now. Hang on. Bear with me.
Edge cashed it in at New Year's Revolution.
Oh yeah, the very first one.
Yeah. After Money in the Bank, he had been out like 6 or 8 months during the course of that year with an injury.
Yeah, I wasn't watching then.
I actually think that's the best thing that can happen. Is somebody win the case and then get off of TV for 6 months, so that when they return so that no one's fucking thinking about them.
That's a valid point. My favorite probably was when Ziggler did it the night after Mania.
No. For me, it will always be Seth Rollins.
Yeah, that one too is really good. Because it's the first one they had at Mania.
To me, it's just the coolest moment. Just in the middle of a match, just hearing somebody else's theme music start.
Yeah.
That's been the only time that's ever been done.
And that was really well done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, to me, that will always be the best cash-in.
No, that makes sense.
You know, quite a loud pop was definitely Ziggler in New York.
Yeah.
But absolutely the most memorable.
Yeah, and I was going to say it was the night after Mania crowd.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. The other news I heard was that they still don't have a concrete date for when Lesnar's coming back.
I just think that's so fucking ridiculous.
No, I agree. And I might sound, like a mark here when I say this, but everyone's like, oh, he broke Punk's streak, of days. No, he didn't. It's not the same title.
Yeah, exactly. A, it's not the same title. B, it's
He,
he's only defended it like 12 times. Not even.
I think it was 10.
Yeah, it that doesn't count. I don't care what the record book shows. That doesn't fucking count.
Well, and like they say, the longest record, if you want to get technical, the longest record is Bruno Sammartino, and nobody's ever fucking beaten that.
No.
And people say, oh, he didn't wrestle. He wrestled every single month at the Garden. Every month. Sometimes, more, sometimes less. But, yeah, that's one streak that'll never, ever be broken.
Oh no, absolutely not. Well, there's two. That and Muller's streak, 20-something years.
Yes. I do agree with that. What are your thoughts on the double pay-per-view weekend for WWE with NXT Takeover and...
I'm so excited for Takeover.
I really haven't
Velveteen
watched...
Dream and Ricochet.
Oh yeah, that'll be fantastic.
Lawrence Sullivan versus Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Nikki Cross versus what's the fuck?
Baszler.
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely interesting.
And then Gargano and Ciampa in a street fight.
Yes, sir.
And then we have O'Reilly and Strong against Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good.
I think they'll probably throw another match on there, possibly. Because they tend to do that at the last minute. They'll throw one on.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, because they only have 5 matches right now.
Unless they're just gonna give 5 really quality matches.
I agree. I haven't watched NXT in some time, to be honest with you.
I watched some parts of NXT.
Because, and you'll understand what I mean when I say this, sometimes I feel like it's just overload.
Yeah.
Because I want to, like, watch other wrestling that I enjoy, like New Japan or Ring of Honor or Progress or, whatever. And just to sometimes watch, like, 7 hours of WWE programming is just too much.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, even with Raw and SmackDown, I didn't watch either live this week. Like, I watched everything the next day, and even with that, I skipped by a lot of it just because I don't give a shit about a lot of it. A lot of it's just not interesting.
Yeah. Lance just reminded me of the news we hadn't talked about. The rumor that No Chin Music might be returning at Money in the Bank.
I have no opinion on that. That is awful.
Because remember, the rumors were he was going to come, and then he said no because he was working a intergender match in China.
Now we canceled the match in China.
Yes, he canceled it. So that is highly likely that he's going to show up.
That's stupid. He's gonna screw over Asuka.
Yeah, that's what's probably gonna happen.
That's not cool.
Well, I'll tell you this: he's gonna get some heat. That's for sure.
That's awful.
When I bring up James Ellsworth to Little Man, he calls him a scumbag.
That's a terrible word for a kid to be using.
I know. I was like, where did you get that from? And he does not like James. Like, he was so mad when Ellsworth beat Styles those couple times.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like, he was, like, Marky pissed. You know what I mean?
Happy Ellsworth Day.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of which, you just reminded me of something else. Rusev apparently got robbed at the hotel him and Lana were staying at.
And so did Paige at the same hotel.
Yes, they took all of his money out of his wallet and
A camera.
they stole Lana's camera. I don't know what they took of Paige's.
Her dildo collection.
That's awful.
I know, that's awful. I'm sorry.
But it just goes to show you can't trust people today, man.
No, and apparently, like, the guard there was trying to blame Rusev for leaving it in the room.
Yeah, I heard that where he was like, "Well, why did you leave your wallet in the room? Well, you would think it would be fucking safe in there."
Yeah, that's why whenever I go away, man, I make sure to use the safe.
Hell yeah. I don't trust people, man.
Like, it's weird when I came off the cruise, like, not having to go into the safe for things.
That's what I want to eventually get at my at my house.
This was just a little tiny safe.
Yeah. You know, put like important papers and shit in.
Yeah, this was not that big at all, and it anchored to a shelf, so you would have to take off the whole entire shelf to take away the safe.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and install from the bottom. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds kind of neat. All right, man. I want to go through these matches at Takeover and Money in the Bank and get your thoughts and opinions on each one of them.
All right, I think Hulk Hogan's gonna win them all.
Well, just shut up and take my money now.
All right, so let's go.
All right, I'm just going to go straight from the bottom up. We have Shayna Baszler defending her NXT Women's title against Nikki Cross.
I think this is going to be Nikki Cross's farewell.
I kind of feel that way too. I'll take Shayna. Maybe they're going to finally bring her up with Sanity.
Well, have you heard why they ended up not doing anything with Sanity and Authors of Pain?
I heard the one about Authors of Pain, not Sanity.
Well, they were both brought up because originally there was going to be a tag team Money in the Bank.
Right.
And now that there's not, they kind of just put them on the back burner for now.
Okay. Because I know the one guy from the Authors of Pain had, like, visa issues.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And that's why they haven't been on TV.
Interesting.
So, yeah, because I was like, they had him on there for, like, 2 weeks, and then they disappeared.
Yeah.
Which was just weird, but I agree with you. I'll go with Shayna on this one. All right. Next we have Ricochet against Velveteen Dream.
I think that's going to be match of the weekend.
I agree.
I don't know. They could go either way. I mean, they're probably going to give it to Ricochet, but you got Triple H booking it, so a heel could still win a match like this.
I agree. I'll stay with Ricochet because even if Dream doesn't win, it's not like he's technically going to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think he's going to come out looking better than he came in before the match.
But it's also getting to the point where Velveteen needs a win.
No, I agree with that too. Like you said, it could go either way. All right, next we have Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa in a Chicago street fight.
You would think that this is where they finally ended, right?
I would think, but I kind of feel like Ciampa needs to get a win.
Yeah. I kind of really feel that way.
See, because this would have been my thing, and this is just how I would have done it. I would have had one guy each win one match, and then you have a third one that's the blow off.
Yeah, I think they wanted the last one to be the definitive, and then they realized let's have one more, and that was after the fact.
I agree with you. But I'll go with Ciampa winning this one.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
Okay, let's see here. Next we have the Undisputed Era, which is Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch for the NXT Tag Team titles.
I know who's not winning. That's pretty obvious.
Your buddy with the weird Irish name.
Yeah, there's no way that they're going to give it to Burch and Lorcan. So
I kind of... Excuse me. I kind of feel the same way, especially after Roderick just turned.
Yeah, I think it would be a stupid fucking decision.
I mean, this isn't a knock on them, but I almost feel like this was just, who's a tag team we can throw together to put on TakeOver to fight these guys?
Yeah, kind of.
And that's in no way a knock on them, because I enjoy them, but that's what it feels like to me.
No, I certainly agree. It's kind of a weird combination.
Yeah. And your main event of the evening, Aleister Black defending the NXT title against Lars Sullivan.
I'm wondering if they give the belt to Sullivan here.
And have Black go up?
Black just lose the belt.
I don't know what they're going to do.
I mean, because, it's been cool seeing him as champion, but I don't know how much of an impact he's had as champion.
Yeah.
He's had kind of a forgettable reign thus far. I mean, he's had no real challengers, but...
Yeah, it's so hard to say when you book, you tape 3-4 weeks in advance. You know what I mean?
And they just have so many people on their roster.
Yeah. So it's like...
you don't always get everybody every week.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You might see him once every, 3 weeks.
So, I don't know. I think Sullivan, and they're building him to be a monster.
Yeah.
And a legitimate monster.
I can agree with that.
So, I could definitely see it going his way.
I'll lean with Black. Maybe have a weird finish to maybe set up another match with them for SummerSlam weekend.
It's possible, yeah.
But I'm just grasping at straws here because I'm not really sure. Because this was an interesting matchup, I thought, when they announced it.
No, I agree. I think it's going to be a good match, but I think we're really going to see the size difference between the two of them once we see them in the ring.
Because I'm trying to remember, Lars is a really big dude.
Yeah, he's a large human being.
I'm trying to remember. Wow, he's only 6'3". I thought he was taller. He's 6'3", 305.
He is just a very thick human being.
Yeah, and Black is 6 foot 215.
Yeah, so I mean, he's giving up almost 100 pounds.
Yeah. It's kind of like fighting Danny Moff. He's big like him.
Yeah.
And that's a large human being.
Absolutely.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I expect it to be a really good pay-per-view.
Oh, they never disappoint. We've said it before sometimes where we're like, oh, maybe TakeOver is going to hit a lull. It doesn't look so hot, this one. And then they knock it out of the park.
Yeah, no. This one excites me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, I have Money in the Bank now pulled up. I'm going to run through those matches and get your thoughts on them.
All right.
I didn't realize this, Rye. They have 10 matches.
Jesus.
I know. All right, I'm just going to start from the bottom up. Daniel Bryan going one-on-one with Big Cass.
I feel Cass has to win this.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. Otherwise, you're just basically killing him off.
I'm going to go with Big Cass.
I agree, even though I am not a fan of him in any sense of the word.
Yeah, I know.
All right, next we have Seth Rollins defending his Intercontinental title against Elias.
Well, all right. I personally think that Seth Rollins has been kind of a fucking failure as Intercontinental Champion. Like, The Miz really made that belt fucking seem important. Seth Rollins, not so much. I wonder if they're going to give it to Elias.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I just don't think that Seth is really doing anything right now that's worthwhile or even like memorable. You know what I mean?
He's been putting on really good matches, but I guess you would kind of say they're forgettable in a way.
Yeah.
Because the storylines and the stuff, it's just he's wrestling to wrestle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it has no like purpose or meaning. Because I think Seth Rollins is fantastic in the ring.
Oh, so do I.
But I can agree with you where they haven't really made that championship mean more like when the Miz had like the booking, I guess you would say.
Yeah, no, just anything at all. Like he just doesn't feel that important as the champion. So.
Right, I can see that. I'll go with Elias to just switch it up.
Yeah, I definitely think it's time for Elias. I mean, he has the crowd behind him. I mean, he's already over as fuck.
Yeah, and the dude can work when they let him.
Yeah. He
right.
definitely can work.
Yeah. Next, we have Bobby Lashley going one-on-one with Sami Zayn.
I mean, fucking Lashley has to win this, right?
You would think, and I can't begin to tell you how happy I am that this is finally happening after, like, what was it, 3 or 4 weeks of, like, awful building up this feud?
Yeah.
Like, where they had him talking with Renee Young, which was cringeworthy. And then the sisters thing, which was probably one of the worst segments of the year. And then this stupid, like, obstacle course thing they had this past week.
Yeah, this is fucking awful.
So, yeah, a consensus would be like, yeah, Lashley has to win this.
So, yeah, that's my comment on it.
Yeah, I'll go with Lashley. All right, next we have the Bludgeon Brothers defending their SmackDown tag belts against Gallows and Anderson.
I don't see the belts changing.
No, I don't either. Did you by chance see the tweet that Harper put out?
No.
Where he was asking Carl Anderson if his hot Asian wife was going to be there to see Luke Harper kick his ass.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's funny.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think Harper and Rowan keep them. And I think they should be more on TV. They haven't been on as much, at least not that I've seen.
Gallows and Anderson?
Both of them, actually.
No, you're right. I don't remember the last time I saw the Bludgeon Brothers on TV.
Yeah, no. All right. Next, we have Roman Reigns going one-on-one with your boy Jinder Mahal.
I'm picking Jinder.
Yeah, I could probably see that in some kind of screwy like finish because they need one more match out of them. I think.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Jinder. Mahal.
Yeah, I'll go with Jinder in a like wonky kind of finish. All right, next we have Carmella defending her SmackDown Women's title against Asuka.
I have a weird feeling this is gonna have a wonky finish with Carmella beating Asuka.
Yeah, probably Ellsworth helping her. If the rumors are true.
Even if not, I still see it somehow, some stupid way Asuka loses.
Maybe like count out or something.
I don't know, like getting screwed somehow, but I don't see Asuka winning the title.
Me either. I think Carmella wins. I don't know how, but she's going to win. Next, we have Nia Jax defending her Raw Women's title against Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
See, I'm on the fence with this because A, she's about to go into UFC Hall of Fame, and it would be something for WWE to say that the WWE Women's Champion is going into the UFC Hall of Fame.
When does that happen?
Soon, within the next pay-per-view period.
Okay.
But I can also see Natty turning heel.
That's what I think's going to happen. Natty's going to cost her the title.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen too. And I don't think it's going to be full-blown heel turn, but I think it's going to lead to one.
Like it's going to be an accident, like, oh my God, I'm sorry, one of those deals.
She's going to somehow get involved, yeah, and cost Ronda the match. I firmly believe that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, next we have AJ Styles defending the WWE title in a last man standing match against Shinsuke Nakamura.
I am going to go with Shinsuke.
I'm going to go too because I almost feel like he has to win this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you make him almost irrelevant, really.
I fucking fully agree.
Because he won the Rumble, he was in one of the big time matches at Mania, and I think you have to kind of vindicate that and at least give him, even if it's a short run, something after all that.
Yeah. No, I agree fully. I mean, come on, you made fucking Jack Swagger world champion.
No, I agree with you. I mean, there's so many guys that were world champion that shouldn't have been. I will say this, though. Their matches in WWE have not been very good.
They haven't been. Because they're being produced by people who can't put on matches anywhere near that good.
I agree, because they've just felt very, I guess you would say, mechanical. You know what I mean? Like just going through the motions. Because and I know that they could put on a much, much better match like they did at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes.
So it's frustrating to watch. Let's see. Okay, next we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which has Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, and one of the New Day.
I genuinely have no idea. I'm going to go with The Miz.
That would be interesting.
I'm picking The Miz.
I will go with Kevin Owens. Because I always have felt, and I've said this before, that I always liked it when a bad guy had the briefcase.
Me too.
It's past your
That's
bedtime.
yeah, bro. I'm so tired. You hear me yawning like a fucking idiot? I'm so tired.
Haven't been sleeping well?
Oh, my shoulder, bro.
Oh, it's still bothering you?
Yeah, it's awful.
That sucks. All right. Last but certainly not least, the female Money in the Bank ladder match, which has Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana, Naomi, and Sasha Banks.
Part of me is wondering if Natalya wins it, then Ronda wins, and then she cashes in on Ronda.
That would be very interesting.
If that opens up a lot of doors at that point. I think that's the smartest booking route that they can do.
And it could lead to her and Ronda in Barclays.
Even not even so rushed, because it could give them a triple threat for Barclays. So you still don't need to have Ronda all by herself in the ring.
That's an interesting concept too. Real quick to backtrack, Lance says he thinks that Big E is going to win Money in the Bank.
It's highly possible. I mean, I know that they want to do something with him.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would be okay with that.
So would I.
Because I think that dude has loads of potential. And if booked correctly, he could probably be world champion.
I agree.
I just don't know if they'd ever do it. But going back to your thoughts, I agree with you. I think that'd be the best way to book that.
Yeah, I just think it would keep it safe, and it would be believable as why they were having 3 people in there.
I just still can't believe they actually put Lana in this match.
Yeah, supposedly she's really been trying. She's really been working. She's really been, putting the effort in.
Yeah, you can't, discourage on that.
I mean, there was a time Kurt Angle didn't know shit. There was a time, a lot of people didn't know shit. So, I mean, if she's willing to put the work in, I mean, for a long time, she wasn't a wrestler at all. They weren't letting her wrestle for the first bunch of times she was there. She wasn't really training a lot like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the first, 2 years.
So, I mean, it's hard to expect somebody to know everything when they weren't being taught. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think it'll be an okay pay-per-view.
I think so. I'm just trying to think. I will say this real quick. Because we talked about this earlier in the week. I don't like the Lana Day shirt.
Me neither.
Like I told you, if they were going to make Lana a shirt, it should have been the Lana is the best, Lana's number one.
Yeah.
Like that.
I agree.
Because that's what has really gotten over.
Yes, Lana is the best. And the back said Lana number 1.
I sing that to Little Man all the time just to annoy him.
What, the Lana part?
Yeah.
I say Shane is the best. Shane number 1.
Yeah, there you go.
Does he have a school bus come and drop him off at home?
Yes.
Bro, you gotta start making signs and standing outside the house with crazy signs waiting for him. Like in costumes and shit. Just embarrass the shit out of him.
Yeah, I would do it.
Just show up one day in fucking Speedos and just stand there.
Oh, the Borat suit.
Oh, even better. Just stand there with a big sign that says Shane Butler. I love Shane Butler.
Oh, man. That would be hysterical.
Oh, I told my wife, I can't wait till we have teenagers. I hope we live in a place that they have to come home on a school bus, because I'm going to be that dad that's dressed up in all funny outfits every day.
Hell yeah, dude. Real quick, Lance is saying, and I actually agree with him with this, that he feels this is the first time that anybody could really win Money in the Bank.
I agree.
Because, like I told you, I think it was last week, this is the most star-studded one I can remember in recent memory.
Yeah. Yeah. Ever since they did the 2, one was like all people who had never been in it. The other one was all former world champions.
Yes.
But no, I agree. I think this is a really well put together one.
I agree. All right, before we get out of here, what are your plans for this weekend, Rye?
I'm actually gonna go see my dad, and then
how's he doing, by the way?
He's doing all right. I'm gonna go see him early Sunday for Father's Day, and then come back here to see my father-in-law and show them the new Oculus Rift computer I have.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Do you like it?
Bro, it's so much fucking fun. It's different playing video games in 3D.
Do you feel like you're tripping?
You feel like you're there. Like if you're doing like one of the roller coaster ones, like you'll feel it in your stomach.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
It's all the fun without the fear of actually getting, like, you get the rush, but you can't get hurt. Like, so there's no real fear there. It's
oh
like
yeah, I know. I just meant I wouldn't like the potentially feeling nauseous.
Woo! You alright, little kitty cat?
I heard that.
That little fucker.
What happened?
Was trying to hop down off the cat tree and missed its step. I mean, landed on its feet, but
I heard that.
Yeah, that didn't sound as good as usual. But fuck,
no,
cats are elastic.
Yeah, but my plans.
That's the baby. Yeah. So what are you doing?
I have another show I'm going to tomorrow night in Ridgefield Park, and doing some stuff for them with Pro Wrestling Magic, so that should be fun. And Sunday, I don't know yet, because like I told you earlier, little man goes, you know, The Incredibles 2 is coming out this weekend, and I think it'd be good for Father's Day if you take me. I said, wait a minute. I said, I thought I get to pick it, not you.
No, tell him you and him going to watch something important. And find a Rusev Day video.
Yeah, or like the best of James Ellsworth.
I'm sure I can find some awful.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cruel, but it was funny because I'll tell you this real quick. We were I think it was yesterday. I was taking him to the bus stop, and he goes, just so you know, we got you. Apparently, because I guess my mom helped them. We got you a Wawa gift card for Father's Day. I'm like, oh, sweet. And then he's like 5 minutes later, he's like, no. He's like, I'm lying. I didn't mean that. We got you something else. So I don't know what I'm getting.
I'm going to get like half a Wawa cheeseburger.
I can't hear you.
I said you're going to get like half an eaten Wawa cheeseburger.
Yeah, there you go. Because the local McDonald's is 5 minutes from my house.
Oh.
So it's very possible. But on that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And we'll see you back next week. Have a good night, everybody.